being able to create the signal is the biggest innovation that I think has to happen in order for audio to be really understood.
Sherene, thank you so much for joining me in the Current studio today.
It's nice to sit in a comfy seat. I feel like I've been perched on stools or walking around all ad week, so thank you for that.
We're at Advertising Week New York. Take a load off. Out of the gate, I want to know, why do you think marketers should put audio on every media plan?
Oh my God. Okay, so great question. The first thing is just about the attention. We all know audio is about 4 hours of time spent listening, but is dramatically underrepresented in spend. And so really it's about matching where people are putting their time.
I think innovation in the programmatic space alongside audio has definitely made it in a way more tangible. It's possible to begin to corral all of the opportunities. Talk to me about what innovation you're most interested in that space and with ad formats in particular.
I mean, I can't talk about innovation without talking about targeting and measurement, only because it's still not where it needs to be. And where it needs to be is at par with digital. And, I'll get to measurement in a second, because it first starts with the ability to understand who's listening. And I think, again, the contextual and semantic part of how someone consumes audio really allows you to say, here's what this person might be interested in. Being able to create the signal is the biggest innovation that I think has to happen in order for audio to be really understood in a way where brands are utilizing it as part of their media mix. And it's not an add-on to digital. Audio subsumes digital. It's more prolific in terms of the signaling. And so you can actually think about it as the most upper funnel and the most lower funnel. And there really isn't a format today I think does both well.
And with the audio space becoming more popular, it's also become more competitive.
Yes.
What do you want people to associate with SiriusXM?
Totally. So one, I love the competition, because it really, without it, you just don't make audio what it should be. I'll name 3 because I think there's many more, and we can get as detailed as you'd want. The first is access to the data. We recently announced a partnership with Snowflake where we are taking 170 million listeners, and every play, every genre, every device, everything that we know about their listening, the context, the semantics, we're structuring that data, which is absolutely critical for AI applications, for audience insights, for segmentation. We're making it available to every brand. And I think that's a bold move. The second is the measurability. It's the commitment that we've made is actually solving a problem we created, which is like audio consumption is ubiquitous. And we have worked very hard to make it that way. At the same time, when it is that prolific, it becomes much harder to measure. And so how do you make a relevant impact when people are listening and scrolling and buying billions of times a year? And how do you find your next best transaction in that sea of listener data? It's quite difficult. And so that structured data also allows you to integrate, not just for insights, but for measurement. And today, I think the advancements in measurement have really been underwhelming compared to the advancements in consumption. Consumption has overtaken the R&D in the measurement space, and the MMM methodologies can often understate audio. So our work is really with third parties like the IAB. The measurability I think is big, and the last one is just the devices that we're on. I mean, we are working on connecting every car. We are working on being in every home. And so it is, again, not just the mobile first experience of music listening. It is music and podcasts and hosts and live events as like part of your everyday life, wherever you want to consume it. And I think that's quite unique. I don't know anyone else out there. I don't know about you that's doing all those things.
If we talk again in a year, how do you think the measurement conversation and solution, more importantly, will have changed?
Totally. I think audio will not be a tag along anymore. I think digital teams will be buying audio as part of their every single media plan that they have. And I hope that it also is inclusive of using that data to make other formats better. Because again, that semantic and contextual data, I mean, I've been in ad tech for a while, and it's it's always been the dream. It's always been the dream to know what is someone thinking the moment that they are introduced to your brand, introduced to a new product, introduced to a new brand ambassador. You know, there just hasn't been a format with a feedback loop where you could understand that in the moment. And that is my, I mean, I think we'll get there. And hopefully SiriusXM is leading that charge.
I love that. Final question for you,
Yeah,
Sherene.
please.
If you hosted a podcast.
Oh no, okay, tell me.
What would it be about?
Okay, so if I hosted a podcast, oh my God, it's so nerdy. I don't know if I want to put this out into the
safe space.
I don't know if I, so my background is applied math, and I think people believe numbers too easily, and I would love to kind of demystify how things like statistics are actually used. Like, what are the real world applications? How it is overused, underused.
Sherene, thank you so much for coming in and talking today. It's been a total pleasure.
Absolutely, anytime.